Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, August 19th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame. Again, we've endured a very bullish stretch here since the beginning of the new quarter. Q3, July 1st, an initial rally here off the previous quarter's close, a pullback, and a continuation that has been very, very bullish. You'll notice this thing has rallied, modest pullbacks and holding pattern, rally, modest pullbacks, holding pattern, rally, and so on. And right now we're seeing a bit of a pullback here below the 4250 level inside the bullish PEMA trigger zone, which has been very, very bullish so far since the crossover in July. So this could offer an opportunity to buy the morning dip for a shot at pushing this thing back up toward 4,300 by the end of the day. Basically inside this range. We have a 5-day narrow range that's developing for the day, for the week. And if prices reject 4250 here, you push back into the range and we see some sort of expansion here perhaps next week. But overall, this has been a very bullish trend. You continue in the direction of the trend until proven otherwise. If there's a failure to hold 4250 and you start a full-on stop run day, perhaps we can drop a bit lower here into these lower support levels. But for right now, bulls looking to defend morning weakness for a shot at pushing this thing back into the range later today. If you take a look here at the NQ, similar price action, range bound movement here over the last week of trading. You see price below 2-day lows right now, below the 13,400s. Inside the bullish PEMA trigger zone, which has been very fruitful so far during this up move here. So again, if price can find a strong low this morning, if we can start to see price recover the previous session's low price 13,410s, we could be looking at a push back up 13,600, maybe a little bit higher as this thing stays within range. But expecting for the most part for the market to stay within this range here into the close of the week. Next week we could see a big form of expansion one way or another, but keeping an eye on the previous session's close. Crude oil, right now crude oil here down a little bit here today. This one is barely hanging on to the 87s and that 86 market structure we talked about before. This major line right here is very important. A failure there opens up a return back to 75. Right now we're still in the range, pulling back a little bit. And if there's some sort of failed new high or some sort of rejection early next week, perhaps we start the move down. But as of right now, inside day, narrow range of price action here this week, and really staying mostly below the 91, 92 zone at the moment. We could see a little bit more strength here today, but again, the downtrending price action here. Once we're done with the move, how do we respond early next week? So again, downtrending price action and a failure at 85 or 86 rather opens up a move down towards 75. Looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's down 8% already this morning and driving big time push to the downside here. Keep in mind this pullback, one of the bigger sell-offs we've seen in a while here. You can see the last time we had a day that big was probably this day here. Not even that low day right there, but for the most part we've kind of had, you know, sideways to up movement. We've seen this thing quietly retrace, but we did mention that 25.3 is going to be very important, and that's basically this low right here, which takes you to that high right there. So that combination is very important. We knew that until you can get above 25.3, we could be looking at more of a pullback and a hold. This one has now filled the FOMC key level from July 27th. Perhaps there could be a bit more downside here, but this is going to be very important. How does price respond to this zone here? Do we see buyers step in and push this thing back up, or does it fail here and open up new lows up ahead? So this is going to be a very important zone here to see, do buyers step in after this pullback? ETH showing even more weakness. This thing's down 9% here this morning, selling off from prices above 1800. This thing hit 2000 last week. Since that day we had a failed new high and then we've seen an inside day break to the downside. So a very clear reversal pattern here in ETH. We still have a very clear uptrend here. You can see last time we had some sell-off, we had a fierce pullback here. Our buyer is going to step in again and push this thing higher. For the most part, this market has done a really good job of walking itself back up, especially compared to Bitcoin. And you now have a big time level here at 14. That's going to be very important. You also have a level here at 16 that could be very important. And right now we're trading 1705. So any pullback into this zone could provide a longer term buying opportunity that could eventually lead this thing much higher. So bulls really want to keep this price above 1400 on this pullback. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well. Happy Friday. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the trading room. Take care.